Well, we've heard more and more Canadians are cutting the cord with their cable subscriber, and instead of turning to things like Netflix and some other services, Amazon, Hulu. In fact, it's estimated by 2020 there will be people who have never even heard of a cable subscription. That's scary. Joining us this morning with more on this is online security expert David Papp. David, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
yeah, we pretty much make our money on those who are cable subscribers. It is our bread and butter. But there are so many different options. One of the options you could say, like, for instance, if you wanted to watch Global online, we do have a Global Go app. But something you have to consider, you still have to be a cable subscriber in order to use that app. So even though you're not watching it on television necessarily, you're still a cable subscriber.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what we're seeing now, I think, is this focus to going into becoming a subscriber of a network like Global, and then getting access to a suite of different things through the app, through streaming, through whatever it might be, but you get access to, you know, this portal of stuff.
Well, let's talk about some of these other options that people are going to. We mentioned Netflix. Just for those, and there are those who have never tried these streaming services, as it were. How do they work technically?
Okay, so on that note, technology's evolved where you're either buying some kind of separate box like a Roku, an Apple TV box, or even going through your gaming console, you know, PlayStation, Wii, the Xbox. And there's usually like a module, like an option that says Netflix. And then you go into that, and then you put in your account information, and it gives you access to it. Same idea with other services online. Like you can rent movies that way through Cineplex directly on your TV. And some TVs actually, Mike, digital TVs support them built in. So that's where people are going for these streaming services. But what you got to understand is it's coming through your internet connection. So you still have to have a really decent and fairly fast internet connection.
Now in terms of the devices, just focus on those for a moment. I know that I have what's called is a Chromecast.
Yeah, Chromecast.
And it's a little tiny thing that you just shove in there, and then you can basically, whatever you have on your computer, the apps that are supported, you just filter them over to your TV. But there's a number of different options, like you mentioned, too.
Absolutely. So in that case, you can buy it, Chromecast, for as low as about $30. You plug it in, looks like a USB stick, and basically you use your tablet, your laptop, your whatever, and your phone, and you can actually project it onto your TV.
Okay. The streaming is something that, I mean, some people are doing it for their total focus on television coverage. They're using streaming services. But you are missing out on a lot. There are certain things that you're just not going to be able to find if you stream.
Correct. So, I mean, you're going to have issues with, a lot of people have issues with sports. A lot of people have issues with news, basically live stuff, or local, a lot of local flavor stuff, which people still enjoy and still want to have. So I think it's kind of all in moderation. You have to really decide what do you want to have access to. And where we're seeing it is people are moving over to Netflix or getting it in addition to their local cable.
Because it's very affordable.
Because it's affordable, and you can binge watch your favorite TV show or exclusive shows that are only available on Netflix.
And now I'm seeing that there are some other services that are being
introduced. Amazon Prime Video.
Are they in Canada yet?
Just happened days ago, happened last week.
And how much of a force to be reckoned with are they?
Yet their content is very limited. But on that note, Mike, it's going to keep building up. They've got this big thing called the Grand Tour that they're pitching right now. It's the guys who do Top Gear. It's the trio. And again, they have a bunch of exclusive TV shows that they're going to be releasing on that. But the beauty of the Amazon Prime is if you already are an Amazon Prime person, because you get the free shipping, you get the videos for free.
Okay.
It's bundled in.
I see. So where do you see this whole thing going? If you had to guess, and with you it's more than a guess because you know the industry quite well, where do you see this going in 10 years?
I feel that the problem that there's twofold. Number one is, how do you get an internet connection into a household? So it's cable, it's fiber, it's over your phone lines, it's wirelessly. So you're going to still have to subscribe to a network to have an access to the internet. And then number two is, I think we're making a move where we're going to have this bundled suite of everything delivered digitally, including, I think, the local news, local sports, and whatnot. I think they're still going to come digitally, and you're going to be able to watch it on your phone. You're going to be able to watch it on your tablet, and you're going to be a subscriber of Global's network, as an example.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, David. Have a Merry Christmas and a good holiday season, too. You can follow David on Twitter. You can check out his blog. His blog is davidpapp.com. And, of course, on Twitter, it's simply @DavidPapp. Stay with us. We're back after the break.